Hey guys, this is Matt for Creative. Today we're looking at an empty camera case. And as you can see from the title of this video, I'm just done with DJI. But in a way, like, I can never be done with them. I'm literally using a DJI microphone to record this. This product works, but it's the fact that my favorite camera is not functional and is now gone. It's due to DJI's stupidity, and I know that I'm never going to get another camera from them again. It just, their products, I don't know, it's so strange. They make the best drones on the planet. Casual, drones that everybody uses. Those are beautiful items. This camera here, now this is the one that literally got lost and is part of the story, but it's the DJI Action 2 inside this other case here. I have multiple of these cameras because they are the most functional cameras that I have ever used. But because of the design flaws in this and their stupidity in the way that they were trying to correct it, they created products that just, they have destroyed themselves. And I want to tell you some story. So I made a video about how the top portion of another one of my cameras fell out or got disconnected. Did not fall out, got disconnected because the case shook off its mount and went under a car because I was on my bike and just got crushed. Now, as a backup, or as to fill in some gaps here, I use a mount that's very much like this, and the way the camera clips in is just magnets and clips. So every single time I am looking at this, or every single time I put the camera inside, mount it like this, and I shake it, and I make sure that both clips are in, and I always do that. So for that original time, this was like this worked, this shook off. I even do it with the top portion too. This shook off and fell and got crushed. Now this particular time, or the first time, was on an electric bike, a very robust electric bike with shocks, with big thick tires. There's no way that the vibration of anything should really cause that to shake off the camera. It's an action camera. And again, DJI should have renamed this to not be an action camera, but be more of a lifestyle vlog camera. But they still call it an action camera, even though they're having like new variations on this. It's not an action camera, period. It cannot be used as an action camera. You shouldn't get it as an action camera, but you should be able to use it as a lifestyle camera. Again, I can't get over the fact that this is my favorite camera to use, even with so many downfalls. But in this case, yeah, riding a fixed gear bike, which is back here, no shocks on there, thin wheels. Every time, like, I live in New York City, there's a lot of potholes and everything to go through. I work in the Brooklyn area where I have a lot of cobblestone, and going on there, and this is like the worst part of it, going on there, it may have been on the cobblestone or it may have been somewhere else where the camera literally shook out of this. And I've had this happen one time on the big significant camera. And it is just ridiculous that this has happened. And it's also very strange because I've been riding that big, thick electric bike for over a year now without any kind of an issue. And then all of a sudden that happens where the top portion comes off, lose that. It happens on that electric bike again where the vibration, and I'm not a person to run into potholes. If I see a pothole, I'll avoid it, but sometimes things are unavoidable. Shakes out of the housing. Now literally, this is fine, this connection is fine, this connection is fine, but let me show you on the camera that I do have, literally shakes out of the housing. And what upsets me the most is, on the first time it happened, I was able to catch it because it landed in my lap. In this time, I have no idea when and where it happened. I can only guess where it happened. I remember the first camera that I got, I registered it and had an extremely hard time about them replacing it because it had shaken out of the housing because originally, now I want to show you, this camera does not come with this housing, or should not, sorry. This camera can be used without a housing. This is how it is used, metal on metal. But because of all the overheating that this camera dealt with, they were forced, and I really mean forced, to add a case to the top and bottom portion that really controlled the heat. And also it kind of helps with durability. If you have a small fall, this helps with that. So this is supposed to be installed like this. That is it. And then the bottom portion is supposed to be installed like this. Now already you can probably see that there is an issue with this. This has nothing on the top here. This is so easy to slide out with vibrations. You should never use this when you have anything to do with a vibration in the sport, in whatever you're using this with, especially bikes. Never use this bottom portion. It will shake out of here and you will lose that camera or it will get destroyed. And that's what happened with mine. Shook out of that housing. So this hooks on with this, and I get it. They were trying to fix a problem that they themselves have created, and they even went so far as, I hope I have it around here, the DJI Action 3 basically comes in a GoPro looking like housing. This is it, where they actually have amended little mounts on here. So if you see, let's see, is this the original? Is this the new one? I can't remember if this is the new one or if this is the old one. Anyway, because of these mounts, they actually added a few things to kind of grip even further into the unit. The DJI Action 3 can use the old mounts from this camera, but I believe it doesn't work on this. Yeah, this is for the new one. I'm not really sure what the difference is here, but there's something in this that grips it tighter on here. And I haven't had any issues with this because this doesn't require a case that can fall out. But I believe that the connection here is just much better. Like this product failed so hard because of DJI. This could have been an amazing product that they went back and copied GoPro in that format. And even there's a brand new DJI Action 4, copied the same format. It's exactly the same. Disappointing, because I would really prefer them to really fix the issues on this and just make that robust. Make this case not a case and make it the rubberized portion of this camera that it really needs to be. Continue having these separate portions, but with a better connector that it has on here, because that would help so much more than just having like this. I don't like this. This is such a smart product. Going back, it just shows that, I don't know, shareholders, I don't know, DJI is a publicly traded company. Just, it astounds me that they can't go back and fix this and instead run back with their tails between their legs and copy something that's already on the market. Something so unoriginal. First, I remember how expensive this was. I think $549, way too much. They reduced it down the line. I think you can get it maybe used for like $299. Much better deal here. But regardless, I'm done. Like, I am never going to get another product unless maybe it's deeply discounted on the used market, because again, I love these cameras. I can't tell you how functional these cameras are, but I can't trust this case. I will have to use this product fully without a case whenever I am using it on a bike mount, which means if this does happen to fall off, it will damage the camera. It will be gone. It will have no case. It will just crack, and that will be it. So that also means I don't have that heat protection. I will not be able to have that heat protection. It's just going to be what we have here. So it's my recommendation through my own use, do not use these cases. I would recommend that if you have lost or damaged your camera, I would reach out to DJI. I would also put everything in the comment section below because I would really like to go back to them. I would love to get money back for the 2 cameras that I lost, but because I didn't register for their warranty, there's nothing that I can do. But hey, I had just assumed that they wouldn't make a shit product. I really assumed that. I really assumed that they would stand behind their product too, but knowing the first time when I had a warranty, that it was so hard to get anything from them at that point without a warranty is going to be, it's non-existent. It's just not going to happen. So guys, really, again, be wary, be extremely wary of this camera. I keep on saying how I love this camera. It is one of the most, like, look at this. This is the camera in itself, and you can record at 1080p, which is perfectly fine. You get this huge ultra wide angle and record for about an hour with just this module. And this module is waterproof. It's a beautiful, beautiful camera. And then with this, you can charge for even longer, or sorry, you can go for even longer, and you have a front-facing screen. It's a beautiful idea. This should work. But for me, I just, I don't know. I can't recommend it anymore. And it really, really disappoints me that I'm going to have to go up and fight against DJI to get something back for something that they created. I don't want to go through like legal measures to get something back, because that means a lot of money on my part. That also means that diminished returns, like what am I really gonna get out of all of this? Because if they admit fault through this, that's a huge thing. We're gonna get a huge recall. They're never gonna do that. So if you would like to do something on your end, you're more than welcome to, and I will help you as well, as best I can. But as a one person fighting them, it's just not gonna happen. But be careful, guys. All right, put everything in the comments section below. All your experiences with DJI, put that down there too. Don't forget, I'm on Instagram and Threads at M8P9. You can email me at creativenyc2023@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you next time.